Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It has been a long mother humping day today, and it's going to be long, I guess, between now and Christmas with so much to do. I overslept this morning, and it's a good thing I did because I needed some sleep. I stayed up till about 2:30 this morning between getting emails, responses for everybody who's coming to the tailgate and stuff last night, so we get the tickets. At last count, we have 52 tickets going to the game from that deal. And I still have some time left if anybody else wants to get there. We're going to have a ball. I've already talked to my man, Jet D. He's doing the briskets. We're going to have the pulled pork. We're going to do pulled pork big subs, okay? Because the big subs are undefeated. And, of course, I got to get all the racks and stuff to you guys for Christmas presents. So we're busy. And, of course, 9 o'clock Eastern, we'll be doing our live stream. So I hope you tune in for it. The funny thing that goes on, the funny thing is Philly 500. He really is a funny thing. He was texting me last night, and this is the thing. A lot of y'all think that we have to be enemies because, you're Eagle fans, I'm Cowboy fans, I'm good and you're evil and so on. But it's okay. We can actually be friends because, Philly 500, he's family, actually. He's my son after the Cowboys kicked the teeth in that first meeting. But he said that Cowboy fans, he said, I need to talk to my people and tell them to get a grip because they're crazy as hell about the comparison of Micah Parsons and Lawrence Taylor. They're like, there's no way, man, you're crazy. And I said, wait a minute. There's one problem with comparing Lawrence Taylor with Micah Parsons is, unfortunately, the statistics were just becoming of age at that point. They didn't have the total number of tackles and tackles for losses and quarterback pressures. At that time, they only had sacks. And, of course, there were 16 games when Lawrence Taylor started playing. So the only real stat that you have that's tangible is quarterback sacks. And as a rookie, Lawrence Taylor had 9.5 sacks. Now, what's kind of interesting is Lawrence Taylor didn't actually get to double-digit sacks until his fourth year in the NFL. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? If we are just going by sacks as a rookie, as that measuring stick, well, right now, in 12 games, Micah Parsons actually has a half a sack more, Philly. He actually has a half a sack more and still has, you could say, 4 games in comparison to Lawrence Taylor. Actually 5 now because it's a longer season. But I get that. I hear what you're saying. Because Lawrence Taylor was the only rookie to ever be rookie defensive player of the year. Now, that's a tough thing to end up doing. But it's my perception that he should be in that conversation. I don't think that he'll get it, but I think he should be in that conversation. When you talk about a defense that was 29th in scoring defense that's now like a top 10 and lost a lot of the key players they had last year and lost key players they had for this year due to injury, when you look at the numbers, you have to say that on that defense, that guy is the most valuable one out there. So these numbers are literally mind-blowing to me. Listen to these numbers. 2.5 sacks, 36 tackles, 28 solo tackles, 12 tackles for loss, and 10 quarterback hits. I know right now you're scratching your head. It's like 2.5 sacks. That's nothing. 36 tackles? Okay. That's okay. That's not bad. 28 solo tackles? Okay. 12 tackles for loss? Okay. But that's nothing special. What are you talking about, Mark? Well, and 3 pressures. Well, that's how much more in each of the categories that Micah Parsons has over Joey Bosa this year. Now, truth in advertising, he's had one more game than Joey Bosa. So it's possible for Joey Bosa in one more game to get 2.5 sacks, 36 tackles, 28 solos, 12 tackles for loss, 10 quarterback hits, and 3 pressures. It is possible. It is possible that Joey Bosa does do that. But I don't think so. I want you to stop there and think for a second. Micah Parsons has 2.5 more sacks than Joey Bosa, 36 more tackles than Joey Bosa, 28 more solo tackles than Joey Bosa, 12 more tackles for loss than Joey Bosa, 10 more quarterback hits than Joey Bosa, and 3 more pressures than Joey Bosa. And Joey Bosa is considered one of the best in the business. Let's say TJ Watt. Now, TJ Watt's only played 9 games. Micah's played in 12. So, you can see that this should be lower. And TJ Watt has 2.5 more sacks than Micah does. But unbelievably, Micah has 31 more tackles, 24 more solo tackles, 3 more tackles for loss, 5 more quarterback hits, and 2 more pressures. So the difference also being here is Micah Parsons isn't a full-time edge rusher. He's all over the place. You follow me? Myles Garrett, who most people think will be Defensive Player of the Year, again, he's played 1 less game. He has 4 more sacks than Micah, right? Micah's got 30 more tackles. Micah's got 20 more solo tackles, has 1 more tackle for a loss, and only 3 less quarterback hits. Although Myles Garrett does have 18 more pressures. But when you can even say, I'm better than him in some of these categories, or I'm close in there, that's some amazing numbers. That is unbelievable because he's a hybrid. He is a multi-tool beast. He is a wrecking machine. Now for us Cowboys, we got a few days that we can sit here and we can rest, we can catch our breath, we can feel good about ourselves and all that, and get ready to take on the Washington football team. But we're going to have more reinforcements. Neville Gallimore is looking like he'll be able to play this week coming up, and possibly Randy Gregory coming off the calf injury. That is a lot of defensive power. That is a hell of a lot of defensive power. And we get those guys on the field, man, you could be putting the NFL on notice. I know the haters out there are telling us that, yeah, you won, but it wasn't pretty enough of a win. We don't believe in you. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I will take my win, and I will go home, and I will be happy. The haters, well, they're going to do what they always do, which is hate the Cowboys. So don't take it in stride. Dallas Cowboys have twice as many victories than they have losses. They're 8-4, and they should be feeling good about themselves. Should they be content? No, they got a lot to work on. But getting some of their players back and getting some consistency on the offensive line, letting Zeke Elliott heal up a little bit, maybe change up some of the play calling, Kellen Moore, like trying to run outside. Buffalo girls go around the outside. Buffalo girls go around the outside. Yeah, so should Zeke. And that's all I have to say about that. I hope you guys tune in tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, for our live stream. Hopefully, I'll still be awake. And, don't forget, if you want to join us, you can still join us. Email me, cowboysmark94gmail for details, and I'll tell you how I can get you your tickets. What we'll end up doing for the 51 of you guys that have already part of it, I'll be getting the tickets electronically, and I'll be able to electronically send them to you. You can print out a hard copy of the ticket, or you can use your phone as the ticket itself. So we'll get you all taken care of, and I can't wait to meet each and every one of you. That being said, I'm going to go back in here and get ready for the live stream. I'll see you later. See, I'm not turning out the lights. We're not turning out the lights. We're going to be back out here tonight for the fireside chat.